Hello everyone, this is Raptor coming at you yet again, and today we are finally going to be finishing off my second gate with the final land. Today we're going to be focusing on what I've decided to dub as Critterland. And as you may have guessed, this is Critter Country that's been transferred over here from Disneyland. So Critter Country will have quite a lot of elements to it. First off, I want to put Winnie the Pooh. He's going to have a new home here in Critterland. I'm trying to remember how the building may or may not look. It's kind of hard to keep everything to scale because I'm working with pretty much a blank slate without any reference to the previous lands, and it's gone way out of proportion with the hub and everything else. But I mean, it's art. You can't really control creativity or tell it how big to go or whatever. So we got Critterland with Winnie the Pooh over here. Try to draw the beehive vehicles. I think that's how it looks like. Bee on top. And then over in here, this central area would be the new location of the Briar Patch, aka Song of the South, aka Splash Mountain. I remember how it looks. I know there's like this little, it's like multiple layers to it. So that'd be like a stream-ish. I'm not sure if I want to keep the Grand Floridian around for the second gate. I mean, if it gives enough space for all the attractions, then I wouldn't mind keeping the Grand Californian around. But at this point, I feel like it just takes up precious space that we can't really afford. But if we did keep the Grand California around, then Splash Mountain will end up being in sight of the Napa Rose. Or I guess we could rename it the Briar Rose. That'll still be like an elegant little eatery there, and then move this over here. So given that Frontierland would have Pocahontas River Run, then there's no big loss in losing the Grizzly River Run, because Pocahontas would basically be like a spiritual successor to that. And then near Splash Mountain, I would like to have the return of the Country Bear Jamboree with the indoor and outdoor seating. Just to prove that, you know, the Country Bears can live alongside Winnie the Pooh. One does not have to evict the other. And then over here, I guess maybe near Winnie the Pooh, I think that would probably look cute, would be Tinkerbell's Pixie Hollow. It's a 100-acre wood, and then you stumble upon Pixie Hollow. So Tinkerbell and pals can be near Winnie the Pooh and the 100-acre wood, and then Pooh's Corner can be somewhere around here near Pixie's Hollow. This little thinking spot log. So there's Country Bear Jamboree, Splash Mountain, Winnie the Pooh, Pixie Hollow. And then over in this direction would be, let's see, I guess we could squeeze it over here. Would be the tree from Bug's Life. And that would be the area with the underground stage show, It's Tough to Be a Bug, to go along with the Critterland theme. And it would be nice to have like some trees. It'll be a heavily shrubbery area A little woodsy kind of feel, just to give the whole enchanted forest look and feel to it. And there you have it, the land of the critters. Nice old rustic, woodsy Critterland. Basically Critter Country 2.0. It's a magical place. Bugs Land tree. Or Bugs Life tree, since Bugs Land is pretty much gone. It's not going to come back. I mean, I never understood why they decided to make a land after Bugs Life to begin with. I don't remember it being all that popular. I know they made it because a lot of parents were complaining, oh, this park doesn't have enough things for little kids to do, and it's like, well, that's kind of a point. This is the park for the more mature adult families, not the new families with younger kids. That's what Disneyland is meant for. But, I mean, parents will be parents. I mean, I guess you could take the kids here if you wanted to, but they're really not gonna enjoy it as much as the older generations, because it's more designed for the older generations. I know there's probably some kids out there who do enjoy like steampunk and history and all that good stuff. Not saying they can't, I'm just saying the majority of kids aren't going to be all that interested in it till they're much older. And now I guess I feel this Critterland is kind of a more appealing for the younger kids compared to Bugs Land, because then you have more variety of stuff in it. Like I said, Song of the South, you got the Country Bears, and Pixie Hollow, and Winnie the Pooh. So this, I feel, would be a better replacement for a Bugs Land if you're a younger family that really wants to be here, even though it's supposed to be more aimed at the older families. Let's see. Is that the Country Bear Jamboree all colored out? I'm not sure what kind of perspective I'm going for here. I'm just trying to put some sort of filler color. I mean, the main thing is that you want, from the color scheme I've chosen, like, it's a very rustic look and feel to it. That's basically what I'm going for with Critterland. It's like a rustic look and feel, aimed towards the outdoorsy families, I guess. And you got the water coming down. Little Splash Mountain stream. Color Pixie Hollow for Tinkerbell and her fairy friends in her little magical fairy neck of the woods. And there you have it. This is Critterland. So now I'm going to zoom out, look at the mess I've made. So that's it. That is all 6 lands of my second gate, which is called, get ready for it, Disney Realm. I know, amazing, isn't it? I mean, realm is like, you know, it's the kind of word you use for like kingdoms and stuff, like Knights of the Realm, Lord of the Realm. And since this park is supposed to be an alternative universe kind of Disneyland, I feel it should be reflected in the name. So you got Disneyland on one side and Disney Realm right across the way. And of course you got Roy and Oswald's statue waving across the esplanade to their brothers over in Disneyland with Walt and Mickey Mouse. So I feel Disney Realm fits in with that kind of concept that I'm looking for, where it's just like, this is on the other side of the looking glass kind of mirror image of Disneyland, but not quite, because it's not, obviously the lands aren't the same, but it still follows the original hub and spoke wheel design. Obviously I haven't made it really accurate here, but ideally all the lands would be accessible from the hub. Like if you go behind Sorcerer's Peak, then you get to Discovery Land, and then you go to the northwest would be Ancient Land, northeast is Tropic Land, then to the east is Critterland, and then to the west is Hollywoodland, and they all kind of interconnect with each other. And yeah, that is Disney Realm, which is my dream second gate for Disneyland. It complements Disneyland while still acting like kind of an expansion of Disneyland, because you see over here, like Tropicland is kind of like an opposite of Frontierland with the whole ship traveling thing, but it's more of an island kind of theme. And of course, Critterland is just pretty much ripped out of the old Indian village from Frontierland. That's just there so you can expand upon the whole rustic forest kind of theme. And then Hollywoodland is kind of like the opposite of Tomorrowland, because Tomorrowland is like stark white, but you still have some coloration there, whereas Hollywoodland is just straight up, you're stepping into a black and white movie. And then Ancient Land, I guess, contrasts with Fantasyland, because it's like, this is like the ancient world, whereas fantasy is more leaning towards like European medieval kind of theme. Yeah, this is my second gate. I still have a lot more ideas that I have for the second gate, and along with Disneyland, but that'll be for another video because it's a very extensive idea that I have for both parks. So this is it. And then my third gate, I'll be covering that in another video, so sorry if you don't see Marvel Land or Star Wars Land or anything else that's owned by Disney but not really produced by Disney, if you know what I mean. It's gonna be in its own place, but it's gonna have much better opportunity in a separate park aside from Disneyland and Disney Realm, and it's gonna have a much better opportunity to expand rather than be stuck to an existing park. I know all of you are expecting for my second gate to have Star Wars Land in there, and unfortunately it didn't quite fit in with the basic concept that I have for it, but it will fit in with the third gate, which is going to be located across from Harbor Boulevard. I know that's an impossibility, but you know what? The second gate is also an impossibility too. What are the chances that Disney's going to be like, oh yeah, let's bulldoze Disney California down and we'll build your second gate and we'll make it as great as we can? It's like, that's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. None of this is going to happen, but it'd be nice if it did. So that'll be it for now. My next video will go into my third gate and also reintroduce Downtown Disney, because Downtown Disney kind of plays into that, given that Downtown Disney pretty much leads directly into where the third gate is going to be located. So if you guys like this, what I've come up with, and you'd like to see what more ideas I would have, please feel free to drop $1 in my donation bucket. I have Patreon, Ko-fi, or Subscribestar. Any of those options is fine. If I can get incentive to do more of these videos, I'll be more inclined to do it if you guys are willing to support that. But if you're not willing to support that in a financial sort of way, it's fine. Then these videos just take a little longer to get released once I go back to work and all this stuff is done and over with. So until next time, this is Zero Raptor signing off. Laters.